let me see, for example, but a simple. If I just press him, well, force, my legs are the first part of my body to lift up. So, voila. Exactly. If I just root down, faço força. So what we see, what we see is just lining up the structures of bones and muscles and tendons and join it all, make their power and our power, align it so we can absorb it and direct it to the ground or to other vector you'd like to. So, focus please. Split. And the same goes in Serie, except that in this case we don't have the new part of our body, we are with this part fully immobilized. But the same thing happens. If I position my spine and my hara in such a way that my pressure is around here, this pressure is, how could I say, in touch with his power, with his pressure. And since, since he's higher than us, and since he can, put a lot of pressure here, it would be quite difficult for us just to keep up to him, for example. But again, this is the first part of our body which goes away. And in the same position, without doing without using purely geometry tricks, for example. If I'm like this, it's quite simple because he's pressing in such an angle that his power automatically, his power is not used for what he intends to, because we have here, what we have here is a vector which gives way to his power directly to our hara down here. So this is actually not an exercise, it could be an experimentation. But if we are here with a slight degree forward, just like this, no more than this, and we put our hara downward, and he presses us, force, so using a force away from the stage, right. Gets a bit more difficult. And of course, the idea of this kind of exercise is just be able to study, to tear it, to divide it in pieces so we can analyze and understand each aspect of it more thoroughly and use it in Jujutsu, for instance, in the techniques we are seeing. And in the end, we could use this same performance, the same aspect for any other technique which uses impact or which needs a strong basis for it to happen. And this is quite, evident in Jujutsu. Same thing goes, for example. If I keep my body contracted, if I keep my whole body contracted, they will see, they're feeling, what they'll perceive is that, of course, they will lift my mass, my body, and just that. So, Okay, so by using our breath in order to stabilize some points of pressure in our body downward, and in this case, it's actually not just an external factor of geometry, but also the way you distribute your weight over your body and over the ground. They might notice something different. So, although it's quite obvious, one could have many ways to fraud this exercise, or to make it look, to make it look easy to do. There are maybe tens of ways of doing this quite easily without requiring such concentration or such focus at something. But this is not the idea. We're not going backwards. What we want to do is to take this as a part, as a piece of information, a piece of information which could lead you how to dispose your body, your weight, and how to understand how one could be able to absorb the power of someone who is attacking quite strongly, and yet keep your the most important points of your body still quite protected. And with this, you are able also to enter in his mind, within his own movements, and then stick to him, which is one of the goals of Jujutsu, ancient Jujutsu.